Hello, welcome to the Heart's Frontier. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new and you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe so we can see each other again. And I love getting likes and comments. If you share the video out, if you know something in a video that you're watching helps you and you send it to another person, that helps me out to get more subscribers and have more people in the community here. I'm so happy with the little community we've got so far. So I'm very, very grateful and would love if any of you bring anyone that you know and who would vibe well with this, then bring them on. Okay, so I'm going to do a love reading now. When I was doing the weekly collective energy reading, I saw some cards come out when I was shuffling, and I felt that they weren't for that reading, that they were for a love reading. So I put them to the side. I'm going to start with them now. It's not as I don't know. It's not that it's not trustworthy or believable, but sometimes I feel like I need to explain if I'm not shuffling on camera that it's still legit. I did pull them naturally before. Okay, so these are Healing with the Angel cards. I'm getting that there's a reunion or deepening happening this week in a lot of connections. I am feeling like there's going to be a bit of a reunion. There's going to be some people coming back into your world. But I'm also getting that for many, it's a time of new manifesting. So we have new beginnings, soulmate, and manifestation. And these all jumped out when I was doing the weekly energy reading. So if you were really resonating with that, then please know this was also kind of part of that. But okay. This new beginnings, I'd love to know more about that. New beginnings in love. Love. Song coming into my head. So if songs pop into my head when I'm doing these readings, I'm trying to share them. But you know how incessant that can be sometimes. This is a Beatles song. It's Love Is All You Need. I had to sing it in my head to try and figure out what the title is. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Definitely getting that this week in love, but also across the board in business and in your weekly energy reading as well, was all about learning. Okay, so it's all about learning, understanding that we are here to learn. We are not on this earth to stop learning at any point. It's something I feel very, very strong about, very critically strong about, that learning is a key to our entire existence. And so as it relates to your love, I find a lot of people get lazy in learning when it comes to love. We can sort of reach a point where we think we've figured out how love works because we've had great love or we've had great connection or something like that. So you just know what it is. And then that becomes your expectation when really, really that's kind of bonkers. It doesn't really make much sense. We're meant to be growing in love and through love. And if love were to continue teaching us things, it doesn't need to teach us in harmful ways. Really, what would be ideal is if, any fear or heartbreak comes along, that you are ready to learn from and learn with it, alongside it rather than against it, against the flow. So this new beginnings, you're getting a card that says make the effort. So if you've been doubting whether or not to take continued action, I do feel this is continued action. Please know that you're being guided to continue acting, that you're being guided to say yes and to give the effort. This showed up a bit in last week or the week before I did a love reading. And it showed up a bit that same kind of energy of, it says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you're being guided to take the steps, try not getting in your way and asking, should I take this step or not? If you're being guided, then yes, you're being guided. Take the effort, make the action, take the steps. This is not a time for doubt. This is a time for the leap of faith, for opening to greater love and to widening your horizons or your perception. It's really like opening your eyes. And that is something that came up in a previous reading as well. It was like, it feels like a time of opening your eyes. Pay attention to red flags. So while I'm going to tell you, yes, take action, if you are having the doubt, maybe look at what part of that is the actual doubt, or what part of that is making you feel like running. Okay, so if there is a part of you that is feeling like jolting, bolting, running, if that's part of your energy here, think about the signs cautioning you being useful, but not finite. Okay, so that's like, I'm feeling this isn't like red flags. This is actually like yellow flags. Um, so if you're thinking that you're going to be too optimistic or positive and not see the truth of something, understand that if you're getting caution towards a red flag, it might just be yellow. There might be just something about it that does need to be looked at that isn't all this, all that, right? It's there's some sort of gray in here, or yellow. I'm being color confusing now, but basically what I mean and what I'm feeling here is that it's not saying there's a bunch of red flags, go watch out, you need to run, be cautious. But if you've been getting warning pangs, understand that they are there for a reason. They're not, I honestly wish someone had told me this many, many years. I dealt with, crazy anxiety. And had someone told me that these signs and impulses of fear were valuable and right and useful, just they were exaggerated, that would have really helped me, because what I was doing and what we often do when we experience something that's uncomfortable is we try to get it away, right? Getting fear signs and anxieties away isn't necessarily helpful if you're just going to worry about them coming back, right? Subconsciously. So, what's important for you to focus on as it relates to your love is that a red flag may be coming in as a very loud signal just to get you away from the thing that makes you uncomfortable. And what I'm getting makes you uncomfortable is actually deepening this connection. So if deepening into your connection is feeling like, oh, it's, I don't know, then you're going to say every yellow flag, it's something that might be dangerous, might be positive, depending on how people act. That's what a yellow flag is to me. Whereas red flag, you just know is not solid. It's not a smart thing. It's not a safe thing. You don't want that in your energy. Yellow is like, maybe you're learning, right? And green is just all the way yes. It might be that these yellow flags that you're looking at, you're actually using them and saying, oh, they're actually red. Nope, that's a red flag. I gotta go. Oh, sorry, this isn't gonna work, and jumping to that is really just a safety protection mechanism, which is outdated and not serving you. And that is the theme of the week, is removing outdated protection mechanisms to accept the, new potential and new opportunity, new limitlessness that you are meant to experience. And what is going to happen in your romantic connection if you do this, right? If you continue making the effort and if you continue to work with the signs and rather than run from the signs. You'll be having heart-to-heart conversations. And also there's a large aspect about children coming in. Heart-to-heart conversations could also be, this could have been about parenting. It might be that you're, with your partner, or you're thinking about your partner and or your person, and trying to decide, what your desires are as it relates to your children and how they're raised, whether or not you have them or not currently at this time. The heart-to-heart conversations, the card says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So if this make the effort and take action is about you confessing or sharing feelings, again, you're being guided to say yes to that. And when you're noticing signs and things that show up to add resistance, do look at them, do pay attention to them. But I am getting the feeling a lot of these, warnings or fears that you're addressing are more yellow flags than they are red flags. So yeah, try to soften up to the idea that some of these fears might just be showing you something, but not dictating how it's going to go. It's like you could have an idea of, if I say this, or if I do that, or if this step gets taken, then this will happen, right? You might not be right about what will happen, but you might be right about, not protecting maybe, but you might be right about one piece of that needing to be looked at. And that might be part of these heart-to-heart conversations. So I'm not getting the sense that this is a time for jumping in, but I am getting the sense that this is a time for stepping ahead and saying yes. Yeah, and that's how you're going. If you've been manifesting a soulmate connection, this is how you continue manifesting. You continue stepping towards love. You continue accepting greater love for yourself and generating your own love and your own care, right? That could also be about taking the effort. Okay. So this is a true love connection. If you are doubting or second guessing yourself, understand this is true love. What you're experiencing is true. At this moment, love is here, existing in your connection, okay? Turn on your heart light. I have been getting this. I do readings sometimes still for masculines and the feminines. And this is masculine energy right now, all over the place. Divine masculine right now is getting guided to turn on your heart light. So, you know, when you look at, so within me, right, masculine energy, feminine energy, have both. The masculine energy, the part of me, genuinely, the masculine part of me genuinely is doing things to open up and remember, recover parts of self that, you know, truly believed in love. This is something that is very fear bringing for the masculine energy, because love is often portrayed as destabilizing. And so it is disrupting, you know, the flow of masculine stability and structure, security, really, right? And at the same time, it brings a depth to the security that is so much more powerful. And for the masculine to build a great and powerful love is still building, right? Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Ooh. Ooh. In a good way, but that was like a very interesting thought. It says, reflect on a time where you experienced love. So if you feel that you're a bit resistant to love at this time, reflect on times where you believed in great love. Maybe not times where you've experienced that, because it is possible that you have not experienced what you're about to experience, which is your greatest love of your lifetime. This might be with your current person also. I think that's something that's hard for people to understand, is that sometimes you deepen in love and it's almost like you have a new love connection with that same person, because so much can change in people over time. So if you're currently in a connection, it may also be sort of seeing your person in a new light. And again, turn on your heart light. It really does relate to that. Okay, and then we have, I'm going to assume this is feminine energy because I just really felt it was divine masculine with that other card. And this is the last one. So it says, be supportive. And see, this feminine is very much like doting on this, masculine figure here. Again, please, I mean, I just think us caring about the gender aspect of masculine, feminine energy, in my mind, is outdated. It's obviously not, because there are still so many people being repressed, and there are still so many concerns I have and issues I have with how we talk about gender and identity and accepting people for how we present and removing many of our labels. However, when I'm doing these readings, it really is about your own inner masculine and feminine energy, which is conceptually very much a thing we've always sort of understood as humans. So please understand, I'm going from way, way, way back time, not current time, talking about masculine, feminine. I don't think that this is ideal or specific, or that bodies need to look this way, or that a masculine needs to have any certain body, or, you know, it's just really, I don't know. I just really felt like I had to make a point about that. Sorry. Okay. Be supportive. So this says, make a genuine effort to show you care. And genuine is also like a word that keeps popping up for me, and I was stumbling on it before. So if being genuine is something that feels challenging to you, you're feminine. Okay. There's a couple different things happening here. Your feminine energy inside is saying, like, be supportive. You've got this. Like, I want to be there for you. showing effort and making the effort is going to be a piece of this. So feminine energy could be in this making the effort. And so instead of taking a passive approach, really showing affection, showing care, showing love, that is the leap of faith, right? It's just being giving and sharing love. I'm getting the feeling also there's going to be an opportunity to, it's like there's going to be an opportunity given to you to be able to show you care in an active way. And it's going to be about action for sure. And yeah, potentially for the masculines in this, like turning on your heart light, really believing in seeing things through that light, being productive. So it's just removing an outdated belief system. So whoever this is, whoever it relates to, it might be your person, it might be you. Someone in this connection is removing an outdated belief system which says that love is all powerful and destructive or chaotic. It is all powerful, sure, sure. But the destruction and chaos is not what love is, right? That is what humans do with the idea of love when we've attached so much to it that we create our own suffering. We tend to then also blame love. It's not love's fault, you know. Love itself is very much still something that exists, is magical, that you can believe and have full faith in and full trust in, and is here to teach you and guide you as well. It is not a pretty package and rainbows all the time. It is, yeah, it is much greater than that. So the masculine energies right now are turning on to and turning their mind onto and their awareness onto how great can this love be? How great is this? What more can exist here? Rather than how is it interrupting me? How is it going to disrupt? How is it going to overtake or consume me? I hear definitely a lot of masculines that I speak to, and definitely, yeah, definitely in a lot of the love readings, there is a fear that kind of comes across people, a fear of being open to love. But the fear is actually not of the love, it's of the avoidance of or removal of love. And if you don't see love as ever capable of just disappearing from you as a person, your own self-generated, then it no longer remains a fear. But the more that you attach to some other external thing creating or causing this, the more you might fear it leaving. So trust and believe in the love that is currently here. What you just got here was that there is a really, really great love in your life, one that gives you this feeling of limitlessness, and where you can have these heart-to-heart conversations, make the effort, and where it can go received well and it can be noticed. So that is very lovely. Very excited for you. Let me know if this resonates with you, whether these cards spoke to you as well. And yeah, let me know if it doesn't, or if you want to see a different kind of reading, then let me know what kind of reading you're looking out for. I'm putting out the call now that if you have suggestions, I will take them. So if you'd like to book a love reading with me specifically as well and do more individual work on you and your own path and where you're going with your love connection, I love doing that. And I've got that available on my website, so you can see through the links below. So nice helping you on your journey and being here to talk about love. I love doing it. I love love. So enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and we'll chat soon.